Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday, March the 31st, and we are here to look at the new releases that are being published in this week. We look at a different genre every day of the week, Monday through Friday. On Mondays, we look at cozy mysteries. Tuesdays is crime fiction and thrillers. Wednesday is romance. Thursday, fantasy and science fiction. Friday is freeform Friday. And probably this week we'll be looking at more cozy mysteries because there are a lot of them this week. Here we are at Monday again. Hope you had a good weekend. Elena said, good morning. Good morning to you. How are you doing? And she's doing good. Awesome. And I will be reading End Credits by Patty Lynn. Oh, that sounds interesting. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints today, as Elena was just telling us. Goodness, you are right on the ball. You are awake this morning. Appreciate that. Thank you, sweetie. Yep. No sprints tonight. Our next sprints are tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, and they'll go for 2.5 hours. We do every Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday afternoons. Let's jump into Cozy Mysteries. As I say, there's like 42 of them. First up, The Chow Maniac by Vivian Chien, 11th in the Noodle Shop Mysteries. When Lydia brings Lana onto the case, 3 of the members of an elite Asian order known as the 8 Immortals have already been murdered. Each member of the order holds one item that represents their immortal counterpart, and someone is dying to get their hands on them all. Lydia's client insists he, and only he, knows who will be next and wants the murderer captured before there is another victim. Riding below the line of 3 cities of law enforcement and Lana's own boyfriend, Detective Adam Trudeau, the 2 women must tread lightly as they infiltrate a secret organization that even the Mahjong matrons know nothing about, and somehow protect the next victim without letting on that she is in danger. As they dig deeper into the case, Lana finds there are unexpected associations within Asia Village and potential ties to her own family that could be devastating. With the stakes raised on the toughest case she's ever worked, will Lana be able to keep her own emotions out of the investigation? And will the murderer be found before they become the ultimate immortal? I have a hair. That is a very popular series. Maddie Day has a new one. Stone Cold Dead by Maddie Day, 13th in the Country Store Mysteries. After a body is found in a local farmer's field, country store and cafe owner Robbie Jordan suspects that a newcomer in Southlick, Indiana may not be a stranger to everyone in town. Robbie is just weeks away from giving birth while her husband Abe scrambles to get the house ready for their baby's arrival. Robbie makes last-minute arrangements to keep her shop and restaurant, Pans and Pancakes, up and running when she's on maternity leave. And it seems Robbie and Abe aren't the only ones grappling with anxiety. A stranger is causing a stir in town, and Robbie's Aunt Adele appears unusually preoccupied at the baby shower. But when someone finds a body in the ram field on Adele's sheep farm, it's Robbie's turn to be worried, especially after Chief Buck Bird uncovers a troubling link between Adele and the possible murder victim. Robbie has no choice but to knit the clues together and solve this mystery before anything else gets flocked up. Includes recipes for you to try. Cleo Coyle has a new one in her Coffee House Mysteries. Book number 21. Good morning, Mary. Happy Monday, last day of March. Indeed, tomorrow, April Fool's Day. Off to the dentist later this morning. Oh, no. Okay, that's a checkup, but still, absolutely not fun. Hopefully, you'll reward yourself afterward. Hope you had a good weekend. This is called No Roast for the Weary. As much as master roaster Claire Cozy adores coffee, the landmark shop she manages won't survive if she doesn't sell enough of it. So when the village blends customer traffic grinds to a halt, she turns to her staff for creative ideas, and the Writer's Block Lounge is born. Madame, the eccentric octogenarian owner of the shop, is upset by this news. Years ago, a group of accomplished writers used the shop's second-floor lounge to inspire each other. but the group disbanded when something dark occurred. Though that history is shrouded in mystery, Claire presses forward. Soon, the village blend tables are filled with aspiring novelists, playwrights, and poets, all happy to be coaxed, cajoled, and caffeinated by her coffeehouse crew. Claire admires the stamina of these scribes, many of them toiling at night jobs, driving taxis, tending bar, ushering for Broadway, while penning projects during the day. Then one of their fictions turns fatal when a shocking secret leads to a deadly end. Unless Claire can untangle this mystery, uncover the truth, and stop a desperate killer, she fears more of these weary writers may be marked for eternal rest. Includes a knockout menu of recipes. Paige Shelton has a new one. These are all names so far. Written in Stone, 10th in the Scottish Bookshop Mysteries. And Elena says hello to Mary. And Mary finished Murder Town last night and can't remember the title of the new one I just started. It's okay, it's still new. I'm glad you finished it. The other book, mailing off taxes today. Yes. Ours are still at the CPA. Written in Stone, 10th in the Scottish Bookshop Mysteries. When Delaney wins a special Hidden Door Festival invitation to artist Rory Bennigan's studio, she isn't quite sure what to expect. What she finds is an elusive fellow obsessed with the Pictus, complete with his own versions of their blue tattoos and vibrant red hair, recreating the stones they left behind. She also meets a visiting paleontologist, Dr. Adam Pace from the University of Kansas, attempting to sell an artifact that might just explain what the Picts language really sounded like. Or at least that's what he claimed the artifact was for. Before the deal can close and Rory can get a closer look at it, Dr. Pace is found dead. With the police dragging their feet in the investigation, Delaney takes it upon herself to dig into Dr. Pace's past. Her research goes murky as she quickly discovers Pace's shabby background, selling fake dinosaur bones and running into some 3D printing trouble back in Kansas. Could his past have come back to bite him in Edinburgh? And what does his questionable background mean for the mysterious Pictish artifact he was trying to sell to Rory? Delaney will have to dust off her magnifying glass to uncover the truth behind this case, or risk becoming a pile of bones herself. And number one. Vivian Conroy has a new one. My mom loves this series, so I do have it on pre-order. Elena finished reading The Legacies by Jessica Goodman yesterday morning. You are just reading like crazy, Elena. I'm so proud of you. You go through a lot of books, and that is good. Death on the Rhine, Vivian Conroy, 5th in the Miss Ashford Mysteries. A luxury, she's taking Atalanta on a river cruise along stunning castles, picturesque villages, and fairy tale forests. A luxury cruise, hidden family secrets, a body on board. A birthday trip to Bonn sees amateur detective Atalanta Ashford drawn into the scandalous will of a wealthy grandmother during a scenic cruise down along the Rhine. That would be one I would want to do. But growing tensions lead to a sudden and shocking death. Facing suspicion all around, Atalanta must unravel a deadly web of family secrets, as treacherous as the river they voyage on, to find the killer. Tanya Kappas has a new one. Cliff's Clues and Conspiracies, 40th in the Camper and Criminals Cozy Mysteries. Welcome to normal, where nothing is normal. Get ready for a cozy mystery adventure, blah, blah, blah. Mae West is just hoping for a peaceful weekend at Happy Trails Campground during the Climb the Cliffs Festival in the heart of Kentucky's Daniel Boone National Forest. But when the festival's star climber, James Rafferty, is found dead at the base of the Cascades, Mae's plans for a quiet weekend crumble faster than a buttermilk biscuit. But what looks like a tragic accident turns out to be murder, and May, armed with her sleuthing notebook and the unwavering support of the laundry club ladies, is on the case. May follows clues from cryptic coordinates to suspicious boot prints. She soon discovers that secrets run deep in the close-knit town of Normal, Kentucky. But with a killer determined to keep those secrets buried, May is about to find out that some cliffs are more dangerous than they seem. One thing's for sure, this mystery is about to take a deadly turn. A new one in the Vera Wong series. Second, by Jesse Q. Sutanto. This is called Vera Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man. Ever since a man was found dead in Vera's tea house, life has been good, for Vera, that is. She's surrounded by loved ones, her shop is bustling, and best of all, her son Tilly has a girlfriend. Her son's name Tilly? All thanks to Vera, because Tilly's girlfriend is none other than Officer Selena Gray, the very same Officer Gray that she had harassed while investigating the tea house murder. Still, Vera wishes more dead bodies would pop up in her shop, but one must be ungrateful, even if one is slightly bored. When Vera comes across a distressed young woman who is obviously in need of her kindly guidance, the young woman is looking for a missing friend. Fortunately, while cat-sitting at Tilly and Selena's, Vera finds a treasure trove, Selena's briefcase. Inside is a file about the death of an enigmatic drinking game influencer, who also happens to be the friend that the young woman was looking for. Online, Xander had it all. A parade of private jets, fabulous parties with socialites, and a burgeoning career as a social media influencer. The only problem is, after his body is fished out of Mission Bay, the police can't seem to actually identify him. Who is Xander Lynn? Nobody knows. Every contact is a dead end. Everybody claims not to know him, not even his parents. Vera is determined to solve Xander's murder. After all, doing so would surely be a big favor to Selena, and there's nothing she wouldn't do for her future daughter-in-law. She might not like you meddling. The Gatsby Gambit by Claire Anderson Wheeler. And Mary said, congratulations, Elena, for finishing your book. Freshly 21 and sporting a daring new bob, Greta Gatsby, younger sister to the infamous Jay, is finally free of her dull finishing school and looking forward to an idyllic summer at the Gatsby Mansion, the jewel of West Egg. From its breathtaking views to eccentric denizens, Greta is eager to inhale it all, even to the predictable disapproval of Mrs. Dantry, Jay's exacting housekeeper. Indeed, nothing could disrupt the blissful time Greta has planned, except finding out that Jay's cadre of dubious friends, Daisy and Tom Buchanan, along with Nick Carraway and Jordan Baker, will be summering there too. It's hard to be noticed when the luminous Daisy Buchanan is in the room, and Jordan keeps rather too close tabs on handsome Nick Carraway for Greta's liking. But by far the worst is Daisy's worst husband, Tom, whose explosive temper seems always balanced on a knife edge. But soon, bad blood is the least of their problems, as a shocking event sets the Gatsby household reeling. Death has come to West Egg, and with it a web of scandal, betrayal, and secrets. Turning sleuth isn't how Greta meant to spend her summer, but what choice does she have when everyone else seems intent on living in a world of make-believe? End of row 2. I am one of those who don't really care for the Great Gatsby. That's just me. Flans and Felonies by Lena Clover. 16th in the Pelican Cove Cozy Mystery Series. Flower thief stabbed to death. When garden war stirs up trouble in Pelican Cove, no one expects it to lead to murder. The victim's grieving wife begs cafe owner turned amateur sleuth Jenny King to uncover the truth, impelling her to navigate small-town secrets, nosy neighbors, and a puzzling trail of clues to figure out who done it. With suspects at every turn and no solid proof, Jenny must race against time to catch the killer before they strike again. Meanwhile, her plans to renovate the Boardwalk Cafe spark unexpected tensions among her group of quirky friends, the Magnolias. Can Jenny solve the mystery without letting personal conflicts get in the way? I've never been a part of a group that called themselves a name. A lot of these have little side groups with names. Death, Death Slides and Cheese Pies by Tyler Rhodes, 13th in the Max's Campervan case files. Who knew cheese pies could be so deadly? What could be more fun for an ex-chef and van lifer than a festival combining pies and vans? Not much, apart from being joined by your ex-wife and best friend, besides Anxious, the smartest Jack Russell known to man. Mac's effort was in his element. The sun was shining, the food was delicious, and the camper van show was a real success. The death slide was, as its name suggested, terrifying. Max would do anything for Min, though, so took the plunge, literally, and shot down the slide into the lake, surprised and quite pleased to survive. But this was only the beginning of his brush with death. No sooner had they dried off than a corpse was discovered under his beloved VW camper van. Hurrying to get help, events spiraled as a pie vendor was found dead, face planted into his own pie. That was just the beginning of a truly surreal day, having to deal with utterly inept detectives, giant pie competitions, and more cheese pies than even Anxious could consume. As more bodies dropped, the list of suspects grew. The gang uncovered clues that nobody seemed to take seriously but them. How did the pie makers meet such an untimely and undignified demise? Why on earth would somebody try to sneak into the festival under the camper van? Most concerning of all was who would be next. For the first time in his life, even Anxious lost his appetite. Death, Turmoil, and Turtles, A Pelican Shores Cozy Mystery, book number 3, by Bessie Barr. Pelican Shores is thrilled to be this year's host for the Seaward Turtle and Rescue Charity. It's Star Convention time. There are sea turtles to rescue and funds to raise. Local potter Finn Dockery and her best friend Bertie have sleeves rolled up. It's free community pottery classes, homemade cherry hand pies, and cinnamon rolls. Smiles and sunshine all around until a severed human arm is found in the beachside trash bin. The tide turns in the town as the cheer turns to dread. And now the quaint beach town is teeming with more than just turtle lovers. It's full of secrets and suspects. Oil tycoons, glittering philanthropists, retired gangsters, they slip between silent auction tables and into the town's web of underground bars and secret rooms. All the while, Detective Pace Stringfellow maintains his focus. He knows that where there's an arm, there's also a body and a killer. He insists that Finn, Birdie, and their fur friends Bo and Queen Bean steer clear. More body parts begin to surface, and Finn and Birdie find themselves pulled into the investigation. The convention is in full swing, and a killer still at large. Will the duo piece together the truth before someone else washes up dead? Maps and recipe included. The Case of the Unfortunate Fortune Teller by Kathy Ace. Part of Wise Inquiries Agency. A fortune teller claims she's being targeted by someone who's out to harm her and retains the women of the Wise Inquiries Agency to gather evidence she can take to the police. But when a body is discovered, Carol, Christine, Mavis, and Annie must scramble to rescue their agency's professional reputation, and it becomes clear that their client kept critical information from them. Meanwhile, Dowager Duchess Althea Twist has invited an old friend from her youthful days on the stage to produce a pantomime at the village hall. With the lives of everyone in Anwen by Y turned upside down by rehearsals, a series of thefts go unnoticed for some time until the wise women put two and two together. Also, with Christmas on the horizon, the Duke and Duchess of Chillingworth are looking forward to welcoming their extended family to enjoy the local celebrations. However, they find themselves quite unprepared for the bewildering situation that arises when Lady Clementine and her husband arrive. Join the women of the Wise Inquiries Agency and the residents of the bucolic Welsh village of Anwen by Wye as they get embroiled in yet more puzzling cases, as well as a chaotic festive season. End of that row. Might have time for one more. I don't know. I don't think we'll have time for two. Verity Bright has a new one called A Recipe for Murder, 21st in the Lady Eleanor Swift series. Lady Eleanor Swift's marriage to dashing Chief Inspector Hugh Selden is just days away. There's a lot to organize, from the dress to the catering, including, of course, the all-important wedding cake. But Eleanor is heartbroken when their chef, apple-cheeked Annie Tibbets, dies of poisoning. And as the doctor confirms her death wasn't an accident, accusations fly around the whole community. With more of the village struck down by the poison, Eleanor must unmask a killer who seems intent on spreading chaos amongst her nearest and dearest. Everyone is accusing their neighbor, and Eleanor is in a pickle as the seating plans for the wedding fall apart. Yeah. But she soon has bigger fish to fry. When the source of the poison is traced to a trusted establishment in town, Eleanor is certain they are being framed and that sabotage is afoot. And when a sample of poisoned wedding cake is delivered anonymously to Hugh working at his station miles away in Oxford, Eleanor realizes that while she has been planning for the future, her past has been catching up with her. Eleanor must race across the countryside to save her love from certain death. Can Eleanor find the proof in the pudding and save Hugh and time? And will the poisoner finally get their just desserts? All right, everybody remember where we parked. Our alarm is about to go off. We are on the Verity Bright. All right. Rosanna's doing the coffee chat this morning. Yeah, Randy is ill, I think. Yeah, I will miss this morning because of the dentist. I might miss this morning, or at least be in and out, because our service manager is not going to be in today. He had that knee replacement surgery on Thursday and has texted us he will not be in today, and we are not surprised. Thanks so much. As always, fun and informational. Always lots of cozies to pick from. Absolutely. Hope everyone has a great day and week. Well, you have a good visit at the dentist. Again, reward yourself afterward because you're being a good girl. Elena, thank you so much for being here. You have a good day too. And if anybody is watching after the live, thank you for watching. Appreciate that. Again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I'm not sure who it is tonight, but tomorrow is my night. I do every Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday afternoons. Tomorrow's morning show is crime fiction and thrillers. And Elisa, thanks so much. See you tomorrow for April Fool's Day. Indeed. All righty. Well, thank you. Thank you. And hope you guys have a good Monday. And as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Have a good day. God bless. Oh, it's closed tomorrow. Well, that's too bad. I'm sorry, honey.